Guys, weet julle nou, by Noah kan ek sê wat the type of mense kyk my content. Right? Now obviously ek het interactions met mense heel dag, whether it online is of whatever. En die mense wat 'n negative opinion van my het, daai mense vind ek uit ken nie vir my nie. Is mense wat ook nie die tyd gevat het om actually vir my om my video's te kon kyk of whatever nie. Hulle het gehoor by iemand. Nee, die man, hy maak so. En based op die hardloop hulle Ramin. Right? So, I'm not here to convince anybody. But the ones that watch my content, in fact, there's a few that even said, my bro, ek het nog nooit jou content gekykie, maar dis die eerste video wat ek kyk, en sy is nog al wat die mense sê sy is. En dan gaan kyk hulle my ander video's en sê hulle, hi, die man is actually nie wat die mense sê is. Hy is nog altyd nie waaroor die video gaan nie. I'm talking to the people that follow me, the people that watch my content. En ek gaan julle nou sê, ek weet julle is mense dat julle self wil improve. These are people that grew up in the 80s, maybe even the 90s, maybe even before that. And they realized that, one, we went through traumas, two, we've got such a lot that we can relate on, and three, and this is most important for the people that watch my content, is mense wat hulle self wil improve. Mense wat hulle self sê, hy, weet jy wat, ek het nie geweet van die nie, ek sien nou die ou doen het, ek kan het ook so doen. Like this morning, I made a video on TikTok, I think I put it on this platform as well, where I said, ek het my lightie vat, ek het nou sy teksnommer, ek het nou sy license doen, ek het vir hom nou geenrol om part-time te study, so dat hy kan gaan werk. En furthermore, ek het sy teksnommer gekry, dis goed wat hy vir my gedoen gewees het. And then I said, I need to take him to go and register to vote, because one thing that you must have, if you want to have an opinion, but two, if you want to be a responsible citizen, voting is part of it. I know guys that are my age, wat baie het om te sê oor politics, dat hulle sig geregister om te vote. And their mindset is very, very uninformed, it's very small-minded. Hulle sê, nee, hoekom moet ek register? Ek sal nie vote die government, maak die saak of iets, bla bla bla. I'm not here to convince anybody to vote. I'm here to show people that it's okay to want to do better. And that's the following, that's the people that I speak to, that's my content. And I will call out bad behavior, I will call out toxic behavior, I will call out the things that we saw as normal. Die uncle wat almal so protect, wat maar al die aunties weet, sy moet nie op Uncle Clifford se skoot sit nie, because Uncle Clifford is vatterig, but Uncle Clifford was nog nooit aangegee by die boere nie, ek sal vir Uncle Clifford uitcall. I will talk about in a humorous way, but I will talk about that uncle that everybody knows in the road, dat die meisies moet versigtig voor wees. But nobody has ever found the cops in Uncle Clifford because of cover up. That is the type of content that I make for those that don't know. Right? So this is where the video comes in. And I've spoken about this before. What we need to do as parents, we need to be able to apologize. I had a call, sorry man. What we need to do as parents is apologize. Guys, ek gaan julle nou sê, I have zero memories of my mother or my father apologizing to me. Even when I was on my, let's say, my healing journey, when I was gathering myself and transitioning myself from a boy to a man, because let me tell you, if you don't heal from your trauma, you will remain the age that you were when the trauma happened. And that is why a lot of people are not growing up. That is the reason why a lot of grown-ups today are trapped They are children trapped in grown-ups' bodies. And until you don't heal, you don't move on, you don't grow. You will stay that 9-year-old or that 10-year-old frightened little girl or little boy until you heal so that you can move on and you can grow. And my goal as a parent is to give my children a childhood that they don't need to heal from. When I read that, I read it somewhere. Give your children a childhood that they don't need to heal from. I was blown away because we are focused on giving our children all the things that we don't have, all the things that we didn't have. Oh, I didn't have a bike. I'm gonna buy my child a bike. Nou het jou kind 10 bikes, jou kind ry nie as die bikes nie. I had a parent that constantly told me, we can't have, you can't have, I don't have. Now what I'm doing is I'm giving my children everything that they don't even know they wanted. Meanwhile, we are traumatizing our children because we can't say sorry. Ons wrong ons kinders. We don't ask our children how they feel. We don't involve our children. Some of us, and I mean we don't mean to do this. I'm not attacking anybody. But some of us have gone through a divorce. Some of us have gone through breakups. Some of us has even moved house. And we are so caught up in our lives that we've never set our children down and debrief them. You know the things that our children blame us for, you will be surprised. The example I'm going to use is I tried to have a conversation with my dad once, and I tried to tell my dad the things he did that hurt me growing up, the things that I carry in my emotional back pocket, the little scars, the things that prevents me from healing and evolving. And I mean, ons kan niks doen nou omtrent dit. It's over. I can't go back in time. I can't fix it. But an apology, guys, can you imagine how far an apology goes to somebody that hurt you? And my father couldn't see it. My father couldn't apologize. He was trapping around the situation. He couldn't apologize. At one point he said, "Ek kan nie onthou wat jy nou vir my sê nie." I can remember. Ek weet hy kan nie onthou. Even if he had to fake it and say, "Hi, my cynic is very sorry," even if he don't feel that he is sorry, it would have gone a long way. And obviously, I had to do a default healing. I called it default healing. It's an apology. It's how can I say? It is healing without the apology. It's forgiveness without the apology, because you can do that. The human mind is complex. The human mind is amazing. The human heart is even more amazing. It's forgiveness without the apology that you deserve. I had to do so that I can move on, so that I can file that file in the back of my mind and saying this thing has been dealt with. I don't need to come back to this. It is okay that they don't say sorry, that they can't understand that they hurt you. It is okay. And then you move on, but you move on without them. They can take the journey with you, or you can leave them behind. And unfortunately, I had to leave my mom and my dad behind because they were not part of my forward journey. Even my sister, ek moet aangemove it because the constant wrongs that they do, you try to tell them, but what you are doing is wrong, what you are doing is hurting me, what you are doing is not fair. They can't see it, and it's fine, right? I'm not here to attack my family, because I live for my family. But what I'm saying is, what's the lesson from that? And the lesson from that is, don't you be the parent that cannot say sorry, that cannot apologize, that cannot talk to your child, that cannot debrief your child. Try and inflict less damage to your child than that was inflicted to you. And it's got nothing to do with that pair of Jordans that you couldn't get, and now your child have got 10 pairs of Jordans. Your child didn't go through that trauma. You are busy dealing with your trauma by compensating with your child. But you need to admit and acknowledge that. And it starts with saying sorry. If you and children are very honest. Children will tell you, Mommy, you hurt my feelings now, man. Instead of getting defensive and letting your ego take over, just get over it, man. I'm your daddy. I'm always right, Apologize. And I promise you, it is going to go a long way. There's a reason why many of us in my generation do not speak to their parents. There are many of us in my generation that speak to their parents, but allow all parents at a distance. Because as grudges, sy wil nie 'n grudge sien aan jou ma hou nie. Sy wil nie 'n grudge sien aan jou pa hou nie. But sy sien hulle elke dag en sy dink sy doen die regte ding, being the bigger man. Oh, I'm the bigger man. Nou, maar is jou maale, is jou paale, sy moet laat hulle wegkom met vir jou seer maak, that's effectively what people say. And that's always the conflict that you have in your mind, where you go, yes, but die mense doen my in, man. Hulle treat my vrou soos niks, hulle treat my man soos niks. My kinders word getreat asof hulle stiefkinders is. En ek moet elke keer gaan na my ma toe en na my pa toe en reg staan as hulle vir help vra. Because hulle is my familie, hulle is my maat, ek gee die mense scope and scope and scope. So unfortunately, you cannot change that. But you can change the childhood that you give your child. And I'm telling you, we're not perfect, none of us are perfect. But we can try, and it starts with that apology. Give your child that apology. And anyway, if you can relate, please comment, please share this video. Let us all try and be better and do better.